Hello there, welcome to 2024 favourite season, my favourite time of year on YouTube. This is my 8th end of year recap, looking back at my top makeup products, most used formulas and standout launches. Get ready for stunning skin tints, easy eyeshadows, delightful dewy blushes, and my longest list of My Lips But Better shades yet. The categories: base, brows, bronze and glow, blush, eyeshadow, palettes, mascara, lipstick, liner and gloss, and you'll find discount codes listed below. Skincare favourites are coming next, of course, so stay tuned, but let's get going. I could have included a dozen base products. I enjoyed so many formulas this year. If you'd like to see that extended list, let me know. But as a result, you know my top 2 skin tint picks mean business. Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint is everything I dreamed a Lisa skin tint would be. Lightweight, fresh, gives your complexion a subtle but noticeable boost. So the "your skin on its best day" tagline is absolutely true. It comes in 19 shades and 2 drops is enough for your whole face. The texture of Typology's tinted serum too, unbelievably light and silky. It's a gorgeous example of no makeup that feels barely there on, but I feel fantastic because the sheer coverage and dewy finish enhances my skin. It only comes in 6 shades though, so Lisa's range is more inclusive. My most used multitasker again this year, Merit the Minimalist. I use this every single time I do my makeup, striping it on instead of skin tint or adding it on top for a little extra coverage to hide redness or conceal spots. So creamy and skin-like. A big highlight of 2024 was getting to create my own sets with Merit, and the brand started shipping to Australia. Shocking scenes here. Who would have thought? No, it's the exact same concealer combo I always use. YSL Touche Éclat to brighten under my eyes and Clé de Peau for high coverage but seamless spot concealing. I tinted my brows at home regularly this year, so I didn't reach for my usual Charlotte Tilbury brow pencil as often. Gels had a grip on me instead. The only change to this Glossier Boy Brow repeat entry is that I now use dark brown. I also really enjoyed Merit Brow 1980 again, which was reformulated and has new shades, so I'm dark brown in this one too. Similar pomade texture, but a slightly softer, fluffier look. Charlotte Tilbury's Brow Fix Clear Gel did the trick on days I just wanted to keep it really simple and brush away without any tint. And Rare Beauty's Brow Harmony Gel was also on repeat, but this laminating gel is thicker, so I stick to one pass through to avoid it looking too piecey. 2 glowy multitaskers in the Bronze and Glow group, Westman Atelier Liquid Super Loaded Tinted Highlight Drops in Peau de Soleil. Wow. Could have been in the base category because I often wore this alone instead of skin tint, but it works beautifully mixed into makeup, underneath makeup, or as a liquid bronzer for a glassy, sun-kissed glow. I also loved Dior's Forever Glow Maximizer in Rosy as a tinted highlight blush hybrid. This gives you lovely luminous cheeks, but my favourite way to wear it is across my eyes too. Such a pretty, radiant wash of sheer rosy peach that lasts nicely as a shadow, given it's so glowy. The blush category is always action-packed. I think my favourite shade of the year was this Baby Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Stick in Enigma, a rose beige that gives me a subtle but healthy pinch of colour, and it's perfect to swipe on in a rush, sheer but buildable, dewy but not sticky. Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks is no stranger to my favourites list, but the new shade Garçon is a beautiful moody berry. Creamy, smooth satin, blends well, just a classic cream blush. I even made the call this year that this could be the only blush formula left in my collection, and I'd be very happy. A souvenir from Paris this summer, La Bouche Rouge Blush Stick in Nude Blush. This is a very luxurious brand of refills. I chose the pink case to make this fresh rose shade feel at home, but you can also swap it out with other shades or one of their lipsticks. Smooth satin finish and just pinched colour. Not sure what the future holds for Rose Ink, so I'll be cherishing this Blush Divine shade Daylily. It's called a rich taupe, but it's a perfect peach meets coral meets sun-kissed realistic rosy cheek sort of shade on me. Great colour payoff. It starts out a little sticky in the compact, but it blends well. Of course, Merit Flush Balm in Fox had to be here too. Do you know how much use it takes to flatten out one of these bubbles of cream blush? Another warm taupe that I think of as more of a rosy terracotta, my absolute favourite shade from their dewy, balmy range. Quick honourable mention to the mini Merit Flush Balm in Bespoke from a holiday set this year, still available as this goes live. A beautiful rosy brown that is meant to return in 2025. Keep an eye out. Onto eyes, starting with sticks. I loved Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Shimmer in Bed of Roses so much I depotted it for travel, but learnt that shadow sticks don't really like that. They dry out after a while, so I'll be trying to replace this metallic rose. Bit nervous that it's getting hard to track down, so I hope it's not being discontinued. Next, some easy mattes. Vive Eye Wands were on my London shopping list, and the shade Rose might as well have shouted my name from the top of a double-decker bus. My ideal, relaxed, pinky, everyday rose sort of shade that's so creamy and smooth, really rich colour, but it softens easily. Still a big fan of the Mecca Max Zoom Shadow Stick Matte formula, great price point here in Australia. Dusty Rose has been on a previous favourites list, but I used taupe all the time in 2024 for my lids but better, low-key colour in a flash. I scribble it on and blend the edges with a fluffy brush. I also tried my first Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Matte this year, and Brick is a beauty. A really rich, warm chestnut brown that lights my green eyes on fire. I wear it as a deeper shadow all over the lid, or apply a thinner line close to my lashes and smudge it out so it's smoky but sneaky. My eyeshadow favourites would not be complete without an Armani eye tint. When the range was revamped, 22 Cashew replaced my beloved old 23 Camel Smoke and is luckily just as simple to create a wash of tan brown in seconds. More pigmented, but still pretty foolproof and lasts so well. So happy to have new matte liquids from Lisa Eldridge too. Her liquid silk shade Irene is a peachy beige, muted, no shadow on my lids when I start with a small dot or blend upwards from one swipe along the lash line. Bringing back a 2021 favourite, Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Liquid Shadow in Nearly Rose. One of the best liquid shadows in the biz, and I'm a pink shadow person, so to me, you are perfect. I even wore this to the Eras tour this year, so it was a very memorable part of my 2024 makeup. Merit Solo Shadow in Studio and Social are always neck and neck for me, but I'll let Social take the spot in this year's list because I was in a major mauvey shadow mood after the release of Tortured Poets, a reliable soft matte formula that blends well, and once you're done, it doesn't budge. No, you're not lost. This is a blush in the eyeshadow category, but you know I've loved wearing blush on my eyes forever, so this is just making it official. Look at this shade, Dior Rosy Glow Blush in Mahogany, might as well be an eyeshadow. A delicious, dark, ready chocolate I regularly wore on my eyes. Two favourite palettes, but one is not an eyeshadow palette, it's my palette, my baby. I made my own mini complexion palette for travel this year using this Artist Kit Company palette and documented the entire thing, so you can watch the making of on my channel and find all the product details there. Saying it changed my life feels like a big statement, but it did. I travel a lot, so this was an incredible way to take a big part of my routine away with me. But hello, Bake Up Beauty Micro Palm Palette in Desert Road Trip. This is the palette, the only neutral palette I could ever need, and it does it all in this pint-sized, fits in the palm of your hand packaging, so it's another terrific travel companion. I'm obsessed with these soft, buttery matte shades by makeup artist Jo Baker. I think I'm calling it. This is my top product of the year. The mascara formula I fell in love with late last year continued on through. YSL Lash Clash in Uninhibited Brown gives me extreme length and volume and drama, but if you use a light hand, the brown can also look light for daytime, and it doesn't flake or move even while sobbing during Wicked. I put it to the test. A few months ago, I talked about wanting to appreciate the art of minimal mascara more as a volume lover, and Merit Clean Lash proceeded to win me over. I ended up wearing this as my daily mascara for the last few months for a defined, fluttery, looks like my natural lashes but longer effect. I have a habit of accidentally loving a bunch of nearly the same lip shades, don't I? First, Glossier Generation G in Fuzz, this soft rosy taupe, begins my list of ideal, my lips but better flushed shades. I wore this one a lot early in the year after grabbing it in LA for a slightly bitten, blotted, diffused lip. On the same trip, I picked up Merit Signature Lip Satin in Millennial. Already adored this balmy, sheer formula, but it was one of the only shades I hadn't tried and instantly realised, oh well, this is the best shade in the range, a classic kiss of mid-pink in such a comfortable formula. But then there's Lisa Eldridge Balm Embrace in Épanoui. Enhancing my natural lip colour was clearly the name of the game this year, and this one did it in the most glossy, buttery, balmy, melts into the lips way that felt like a hug. An elegant, poised shade that's also laid back and casual too. Then there was the new Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment that might have instantly become my all-time favourite. Sunset Rose was a limited edition summer colour that has the kind of rich rose bitten lip depth I always appreciate. You'll notice there aren't any bright pink roses here. More of a satin finish too than some of the other Fresh shades, so this colour doesn't slip. You didn't think I'd wrap up without mentioning a Bobbi Brown Crush lip colour though. I'm sorry, Italian Rose is just my lipstick. For the third year in a row, it has always been in my handbag. I always travel with it. I don't go anywhere without this balmy, buildable, warm pink. It's just the best. Honourable mention to the Merit Signature Lip Satin shade Ginger that launched this year. I didn't reach for it quite as often as Millennial, but this is a gasped when I first saw it. Very me everyday shade. A peachy rose that can be barely there with 1 or 2 swipes or built up. My favourite matte lipstick, Merit Signature Lip Matte in Vermilion. I can't believe this formula only launched this year. They nailed the comfy, soft matte texture, so soft it practically floats across your lips and blurs effortlessly for softer looks too. One of the best new reds in recent years. Another memorable shade when I think of other products that launched this year or colours I saw during awards season, Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet Nuit Blanche in 4 o'clock. A decadent dark cranberry brown I like to pat onto my lips and smudge with my pinky to make it more subdued. Not a long gloss list this year. I had more of a lip liner under gloss phase. Farrah Homidi's Smudge and Contour Lip Pencil in Minky is a striking, my lips but deeper, really need lip balm kind of boost of colour. A light brown beige with a pinch of rose, so it reads as more of a rosy brown on me, smooth and creamy to shade in my whole lips lightly. I did the same with Lisa Eldridge's new Sculpt and Shade Lip Pencil in the shade 2C, a natural, true to lip shade range and smooth matte texture that's nice to blur and soften all over your lips. This is described as a medium mauve pink and once again ticked the My Lips But Better box for me. My clear gloss of choice on top of those liners was technically not a gloss, but the shine from Rhodes Peptide Lip Treatment, unscented, is my favourite. It still has a tasty shea butter flavour. Made this the most complimented in real life product on this entire list. So juicy and plush. Also had to sneak in the mini Kosas Wet Lip Oil Gloss in Cola. This formula's been in 3 previous annual favourites lists for me, so creating a sheer chocolatey version was always going to be a hit. Different feel to Rhode. This one is very light, like a thin lip oil. We made it. While I recover from making my biggest video of the year, it's time for you to leave your 2024 favourites in the comments. Can't wait to hear your top picks. I absolutely love this part. I feel like I wait to have this chat with you in the comments all year. Thank you so much for being here in 2024 and supporting my content. I've loved being here with all of you and I'm so excited for whatever 2025 might bring in the beauty world. Back with my skincare favourites very soon, but for now, thanks for watching. See you next time.